Have you ever wondered why you keep breaking out on the same part of your face? Let's talk about the location of your pimples and why you might be breaking out there. What are the causes and what can be done to prevent it? Hey guys, it's Yui here. If you're new here, hello, my name is Yui and I love to talk all things beauty inside and out. And today we're talking about the location of your pimples. You may have heard of face mapping, which is rooted in traditional Chinese medicine. And basically, it's the belief that different parts of your face corresponds to different organs in your body. So basically like reflexology. For example, the forehead is said to be linked to digestion and stress. Your cheeks are said to be linked to your lungs, and your jawline linked to hormonal imbalances or diet. Now, I love reflexology personally, so face mapping is very fascinating to me. And I'm also a firm believer that everything in your body is connected. And there's definitely been days when I've broken out in my forehead, T-zone area, when I've been stressed or I haven't been eating properly. So I definitely believe in face mapping. However, I just don't have enough background or information on it to say this is what it means, and if you change, your diet, your acne is going to completely clear up. So instead, we're going to take a bit of a different approach today. So today we're going to go over certain parts of the face that people often get pimples and talk about daily habits that could be causing you to break out there. And we'll also briefly touch on what you might be able to do about it. So first, let's talk about the T-zone. I feel like this is a problem area for so many people. This is an area where even people like me with generally dry skin tend to break out. So I was looking into this and turns out that your T-zone has more oil glands than other parts of your face. And that's why it's so easy to break out there. Now, besides that, some other common reasons that you could be breaking out in that area could be things like hair products. If you're using it in your hair and your hair is constantly touching your face, especially if you have like bangs, it could be that the products are sitting on your skin and it's clogging your pores. Also, if you put your hair up often and you're, doing this motion to put your hair up and your palm or your fingers are touching your forehead constantly, that could be rubbing bacteria or dirt that's on your hands onto your skin. Also, if you're not properly washing your hats and your hairbands, especially if you work out in them, it could be trapping dirt and bacteria and putting it right back on your skin. And another one that I find to be quite common is you're not removing your makeup properly in that area. So starting at the top here, along the hairline, sometimes we just don't want, our hair to get wet. So you might be washing your makeup off up until the hairline. But if you think about it, if you're wearing foundation, if you're wearing powder, if you're powdering your face, it's probably getting kind of into your hairline. It's not stopping right at or before it. And if that's the case and you're leaving makeup residue here, or if you are washing it, but you're not actually rinsing it properly and you're leaving cleanser residue behind, that could also cause breakouts. So always remove your makeup properly and remove what you use to remove the makeup properly by rinsing thoroughly. Now, the bottom of the T is where your nose is. And I've seen so many people just kind of wash their nose and call it a day, but they don't really think about how they're washing it. With your nose, you have to be a little bit more mindful because like your cheek, if you rub the product on and you use the cleanser, you're probably going to get most of it off. But your nose has a more defined shape. So instead of just washing the areas that are easy to get to, what I like to do is use the cleanser, use my ring fingers, I forgot that for a sec, ring fingers, and make sure you're getting into all of the small spaces. From about here, all around the sides and the bottom as well, just making sure you're getting in there because if you're not cleansing that properly, it's likely you might end up with clogged pores and end up with breakouts. And I don't know about you, but I find pimples on your nose are just so much harder to get rid of. So it's best to try and prevent that in the cleansing process as much as possible. Now, another common area you can get pimples is your cheeks. Now, I find that your cheeks are a part of your face that you touch the most. Just like your forehead, it could be that you're touching your cheeks too much. Or it could even be that you're not touching your face with your hands, but with something else like a cell phone. Now, I know most of us use things like AirPods, so we might not hold our phone directly to our face, but on the odd occasion that you get a phone call and you don't have your AirPods in, you might just pick up your phone the old-fashioned way. And when you do, your phone is going to touch your face. And if you haven't sanitized your phone in a long time, there's a lot of stuff on your phone. Your phone is very, very dirty. So for this, I would just recommend making sure you wipe your phone down with alcohol wipes often, and don't take your phone into places like the bathroom. It just doesn't need to be there. Another thing that could be causing your cheeks to break out are your makeup brushes. Are you washing them? When is the last time you washed them? Now, especially if you have a foundation brush or a blush brush. I guess it's called a cheek brush maybe. I don't think it's a blush brush. But a cheek brush, contouring brush, concealer brush, anything that you use to get product onto your cheeks like that, you want to be washing it very often. If you don't wash them, you have old makeup on them, they sit on the brushes, and you're reapplying old makeup onto your face daily. Now, something else that could be causing your skin to break out on your cheeks is your pillowcase. Have you washed your pillowcase? We sweat while we sleep. You might have like hair products that you had on overnight that gets onto your pillowcase. That might just sit there, and then it might get onto your skin if you sleep on it the next day. Have good pillowcase hygiene and wash them often. So I do feel like for your cheeks, hygiene is like the most important thing. But one other thing that I think could be a factor is overall just friction. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of people don't treat their cheeks very nicely when they're applying skincare or makeup. Now, I hope you all know you should not be like slapping lotion into your face or rubbing cream into your skin really hard, because it's really not good for your skin at all. Your skin needs to be treated very, very gently. I've said this before, but you need to treat it like soft tofu. But I feel like people know that for like their under eyes, people are often very gentle with it. Or if they have lip balm, you don't see a lot of people like aggressively applying lip balm. But for some reason, people seem to think that your cheeks are a lot stronger than the rest of your face, but your entire face, the skin on it is very thin and it needs to be treated with kindness. So be gentle when touching your cheeks, and anything that touches your cheeks, make sure it's clean. Now, the last area I want to talk about is your jawline. Now, there are a few things that could be the cause for jawline breakouts. One of them, like we talked about with the forehead, is improper removal of makeup. Now, a lot of us, when we put on foundation, we don't just end here. We blend it out, sometimes even onto our neck. So are you removing all of that properly, or are you just cleansing your face? Because if there's any left on your jawline and it's just sitting there and you're forgetting about it day after day, chances are it's going to clog your pores and you're going to break out. So just make sure you are using a cleanser to remove all of the makeup along your jawline, and then use proper skincare afterwards as well. Now, another one could be shaving. If you're shaving but your razors are dirty, or you're using a shaving cream that doesn't work with your skin type, that can irritate the skin and clog your pores. Now, speaking of irritation, it could be that something is rubbing against your jawline. So maybe it's a towel that you have wrapped around your neck, or even a scarf, or maybe you wear a helmet for something. All of these things touch the jawline directly, and if it causes irritation, you could be more at risk to breaking out in that area. So make sure you take care of your jawline hygiene and try your best not to irritate the skin in that area with any friction. Now, everything we talked about today, from the causes to the tips on what you could do about it, are all things that we do on the outside. Focus mainly on hygiene and friction and irritation of your skin. But it is important to remember that that's not all skincare is. We should be focused on eating nutritious foods and less processed foods, less sugar, drinking more water, and managing our stress. Things like cleaning our makeup brushes is just one piece of the puzzle. So don't expect one thing to change your skin completely. It's the act of making small positive changes that add up to big, great results. But I hope today's video gave you some insight to what some of the underlying causes of certain pimples on your face might be linked to, and how you might change your habits to get it back to a healthy state. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. I hope today's video was insightful and it, helps you take that first step to getting clear skin. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos. And I hope you're having another wonderful skin day. Bye!